Three former New Mexico State men's basketball players have been charged with multiple felony sex crimes, all stemming from that hazing and sexual assault scandal that shook the college basketball world last February and resulted in the firing of the entire coaching staff. Thank you for choosing KTSM 9 News at 10. I'm Andy Morgan.
And I'm Natasha Paloma. A total of 37 felony charges handed down today by the New Mexico AG's office as part of a grand jury indictment against the three former players. KTSM 9 Sports Director Colin Deaver, you've been following this story for months. Colin, you join us now with more.
Yeah, these three former players, DeShondre Washington on the far left, Dr. Bradley in the middle, and Kim Aiken here, should be well known to viewers by now. Washington and Bradley were charged with 13 felonies. Aiken was indicted on 11 felony charges. If convicted, the maximum sentence for all three players includes over 2 decades of jail time, as well as registering as a sex offender. Thursday was the first time anyone associated with the 2022-23 New Mexico State men's basketball team has been charged with the crime following 2 major scandals that rocked the program within the last year.
There are pretty significant felony charges that are included, and all of those charges are supported by substantial evidence.
The indictments against DeShondre Washington, Dr. Bradley, and Kim Aiken Jr. come after a 7-month investigation into sexual assault and hazing allegations levied by multiple former teammates that caused NMSU's 2022-23 season to be canceled. Charges include 2nd-degree criminal sexual penetration, 4th-degree criminal sexual contact, and false imprisonment on allegations from 4 different victims between August and November of 2022.
We have multiple counts against multiple players. It goes towards holding the players accountable who have been identified as the 3 perpetrators.
The investigation looked into the same complaints levied in 2 separate lawsuits, as well as an NMSU Title IX investigation that found the 3 players responsible of 3 sexual misconduct violations. NMSU paid out $8 million this summer to the victims in the first lawsuit, former NMSU players Deuce Benjamin and Shakira Odunewu. Attorney General Raul Torres said that he believes the victims in the case will take the stand and testify against their alleged perpetrators.
Each of them has expressed a willingness and a commitment to see this through. To make sure that their perpetrators are held to account and that others understand how serious these allegations are.
Aiken, Bradley, and Washington could not be reached for comment on Thursday. With criminal charges now filed, the AG now turns its attention to a civil review of NMSU's response to multiple scandals in the last year. The sexual assault allegations took place at and around the same time as a deadly self-defense shooting in Albuquerque last November involving former NMSU forward Mike Peake. All of it happened under the watch of the former coaching staff led by the fired Greg Heyer and current athletic director Mario Mocha.
These are student athletes that are under the supervision and control of coaches and administrators, and those adults have a responsibility. Rest assured that we will address that in the course of our civil investigation.
Mocha was not part of any litigation until earlier this week when he was named as a defendant in a second lawsuit filed by former NMSU players and student staff members who alleged guns were constantly present in the locker room. While almost everyone else involved with last year's team is no longer with the school, Mocha was given a 5-year contract extension in April. KTSM asked Jolene Youngers, the attorney who has filed both lawsuits, why Mocha's name is in this lawsuit but not the previous one.
Now we have a better idea of who was on notice that there were problems and when. And we believe that the athletic director is one of the persons who could have and should have heard more and done more.
It is surprising, let's just say, that in the wake of these kinds of allegations and with the recent revelations that are included in that lawsuit that talked about the prevalence of firearms, the lack of oversight from coaching staff, that there haven't been more people held to account in the institution.
Mocha and NMSU declined comment for this story. His salary is currently being paid for by the Aggie Athletic Club, not state funding, pending the conclusion of the Attorney General's review of that AG review of NMSU. Torres said that at this time he does not expect more charges to be filed, but said they can adjust or add charges at any time if they need to. Aiken, Bradley, and Washington will not be extradited, but they will be arraigned on November 22nd in Doña Ana County. So everything just starting to fall into place here as far as these charges, Andy.
Yeah, and this has obviously been an entire reboot for the NMSU men's basketball program. However, when you talk about these 3 players, you got Washington, you got Aiken, no longer playing college basketball. However, Dr. Bradley, as of 10 a.m. this morning, was listed on Nicholls State's roster. What are they saying after this indictment was filed?
Right, well, I want to say that we have been reaching out to Nicholls State since August. In fact, 6 times I've emailed them requesting comment as to why they would bring him onto the roster, given all the allegations. There was already that $8 million lawsuit that had been filed when they brought him onto the roster. Did not hear back from them anything at all until today, when a spokesperson told KTSM that Bradley is no longer a member of the Nicholls State basketball team. Again, the first comment that we've received from them since August. So you mentioned Aiken and Washington aren't playing college basketball. Greg Heyer, the coach of that team, is now at Mineral Area College, a junior college in Missouri. Don't really know the whereabouts of the rest of the coaching staff at this point.
All right, Colin Deaver, thank you very much for your extensive reporting. If you missed any of our coverage on this story, make sure you're visiting KTSM.com. We have you covered there.